Something that every real estate investor needs, but I would say 98% don't have. So if you're a real estate investor, you're a house flipper, you're a wholesaler, you're a landlord, you need this thing I'm about to share with you, but you almost don't have it. And if you do have it, you're doing it wrong. Hey gang, my name is Mike with myrealestatedojo.com. And today I'm going to share with you exactly what you need that you don't have for your business that's going to help you grow your business exponentially. How do I know? I've been an entrepreneur for 25 years. I've never had a job. I started my first business living out of my car out of college at $100, turned into multi-millions of dollars, multiple locations. For 14 to 15 years, I owned it. I own a brokerage firm. I own rental properties. I've owned other businesses. And so what I want to tell you right now is something that I started doing back in the 1998, 1999, 2000s, 2001, which is called outsourcing to third world countries, okay? What I call virtual assistants, VAs. Why is this so important, and why do so many real estate investors not have this, okay? One of the reasons it's so important because it makes you exponential money. For example, if you're a real estate investor, imagine having someone in India or Pakistan work for you 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, for one whole month, and you only paid them $125. Imagine that, okay? You can't even get leads for $125 on Google site ads or pay-per-click or any of that stuff, right? But imagine having a real human with a college degree that speaks fluent English cold calling for you 5 days a week, 8 hours a day, okay? Imagine having a virtual assistant data mining for you. What does that mean? It means they're generating free leads for you from motivated sellers. For example, you can get a virtual assistant, sit at the county clerk's office, and mine for all the pre-foreclosures or foreclosures, depends on what state you are in your area. Imagine if you can have a virtual assistant data mining all the absentee owners in your area, where no one else has access to that unless they're willing to pay big bucks. So you can find that information, then you can take that virtual assistance to what I call filter and clean up the data, so you can find the sellers, the motivated sellers, home phone number, email, address, family's information, which will cost you a lot of money, thousands of dollars if you will buy this information. And if you did it yourself, it would take hours and hours, but you can have someone in India do it for you. Again, working 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, four times a week, not 4 times, 4 weeks, for just $125. So they can data mine that information, the sellers, absentees, the divorces. Imagine having a virtual assistant sitting at a county clerk's office, pulling out all the divorces, then running them into a script to find the seller's information, and now you have all the divorces, the wife's number, the husband's number, to call them up, to send them a text message, to send them an email, because you can get all that information. If you don't know how to do all that stuff, then download my virtual assistant course. It's going to change your business life, especially if you implement it. If you don't implement it, it's not going to do anything for you. But it's like 25 years of virtual assistance experience that I've made for you. It's one of the best courses that I wrote. It has contracts for the VAs. It has where to find these VAs. It has how to filter these VAs, which is the most important thing, because a lot of people have used virtual assistants and haven't had success with them because they didn't know how to filter them. You're not going to drink water off the street right here, right? Same with the virtual assistant. You have to filter that. And I show you exactly how I do. It's a copy and paste system, okay? Now, why do real estate investors don't have virtual assistant blows me away, because they could have, for example, besides lead generation, they could have a virtual assistant answer all their incoming calls. If, for example, the way I used it in my rental business is all the renters that called in that wanted to rent my property, I wouldn't talk to them because it took a lot of time. So I would have a virtual assistant talk to every renter, qualify them, make sure that, set up the time to do a showing, and do all the follow-up calls to get a hold of them, to set up the appointments, all the stuff, all the legwork that went through renting a property. The VA would do it. The virtual assistant would do it. Okay. On the other side of finding the sellers, my VAs would generate the leads. They would do the data mining like I'm talking about. Okay, if you need to know exactly how to find these sellers' information, then I highly recommend downloading my Alchemy Stones funnel automation system. It talks about all that stuff that I'm talking right here, okay? But in my own real estate investing business, I would have the virtual assistants generate the leads. Then I would have other virtual assistants, what I call front end, work the leads. They would send out text messages. They would cold call. They would put them on email programs. They will do all the follow-up required for that seller to set up an appointment so I can go and close on the deal, or see if this is a deal that I want to buy, because I didn't buy all the deals, but see if this is a deal that I want. So a virtual assistant is so important. Download my free book, Real Estate Investing for Beginners, the ultimate starter guide, at myrealestatedojo.com, where I teach you how to find motivated sellers, buy their homes at a deep discount, and then have the seller become your own private bank. Subject to, get it now. One more thing, if you're looking for private one-on-one help when it comes to real estate investing, then consider joining my academy, where you sit down with me one-on-one. 2, you get monthly coaching. 3, you get access to my best-selling courses. 4, you get access to my video library, and then the list goes on, for just $97 a month. Join me now at mrnofluff.com. Lastly, the best 6-figure side hustle, bicycle flipping. Want to see how? Here's a behind-the-scene video how I did it. Go to thebestsidehustle.mrnofluff.com. Now let's get back to the content.